Okay, I guess it's time to get going. And at least we can test if everything works and what is the delay between me talking and me hearing myself on the stream. So it's about 25 seconds, not bad. Let's see how it goes. Anyway, hello everyone. This is basically the first stream which is not on live coding. So as you know, as I told you last time, I was, I had a poll results about live coding versus YouTube. Maybe I asked maybe we should move to YouTube, maybe we should stay on live coding. Then there was a blog post when I basically shown my arguments for both sides and said I'm leaning towards going to YouTube. And in the end, here I am on YouTube, not on live coding anymore. There are a couple of reasons, mostly technical ones, and only technical ones actually. YouTube quality should be much better, and you should be able to rewind the stream during the streaming. If you didn't understand me, you can hear me again if you'd like to during the live stream, which is not possible on live coding. Apart from that, on YouTube, the HTML5 player works by default, which is not the case for live coding, so you have to disable Flash. And there are a couple of other things. I was kind of reluctant to move to YouTube from one side because live coding actually, there's this community feeling where actually other programmers, other coders there who, do what you do, right? What I do actually, show coding, hacking, or whatnot. That being said, there are a lot of people streaming on YouTube as well, right? But the audience here is rather mixed, so, pros and cons. Anyway, here we are on YouTube, so let's stay here for now. Anyway, a couple of random notes. First of all, let me maybe switch to this. Yeah, so I'm trying out something like watch people code on Reddit. It's supposed to be a Reddit where you can advertise your live stream. Let's see if it works. I actually did put my here, but for some reason I was going to say that the automatic bot doesn't show that my stream is live, but it actually does. Maybe there's some delay in it, so it seems to work. Sweet. Currently on my live coding, you can actually see a message that I moved here. So, maybe some people will move as well. Currently there are only 17 viewers. Maybe it's because today is Thursday and not Friday. Maybe it's because part 2 of the Crack Me is not really interesting, and maybe it's because not everyone from live coding actually get the memo that we're moving. So let's see how it goes, but I'm not too worried about that. Apart from that, on my YouTube channel, if you go to user/Ginvale.en, from EN standing for English obviously, then there is an archive of my previous streams, both of them. And apart from that, all the new streams will be automatically added by YouTube here. So there's actually a delay after I click stop streaming in my streaming program. Then there's 2-hour delay, and after 2 hours then the archived video shows up automatically on YouTube. So every stream will be archived. Apart from that, actually we're going to continue the Crack Me today. Bart's Crack Me, which I started on the last stream but never able to finish it because of basically the length of the streams, which are 2 hours long in all cases I'm doing currently. So we had 1 hour to do recon, and we kinda know what's going on there. We know there are a couple of threads, we know there are some, not really obfuscation, more debugger detection, which doesn't really influence us too much for now, because during recon we didn't use the debugger at all actually, so yeah, so I don't care too much about that. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to take a look at the threads, all of the threads, and try to figure out what they do and where they are created. And apart from that, I'm going to try to figure out how to, pinpoint the exact place in the Crack Me which verifies the key which I enter and shows the message that the key is correct, or does whatever it does when the key is correct. It doesn't have to be a message after all, right? In most of my Crack Me's I created actually for various CTF, when you enter the correct serial or key, it change the color of the font to green, for example, or change some image area to green or whatnot, so it might be something similar here. I don't know for certain yet, or I don't remember. Okay, so okay, I'm going to keep my camera actually here, like a little over the bottom, so that you can see the status bar. I'm going to be using both IDA and Binary Ninja again today. I actually got so you might know that the closed beta of Binary Ninja is coming to an end, and in I think 3 days there will be an official launch of the commercial version. I'm saying the official one because you can beta test the purchasing system basically, and I did test it and I already have a commercial license, and thanks to actually the authors of Binary Ninja also have access to some newer builds, which for example have the feature I was missing on last stream, which is the linear view of the disassembly. Anyway, so let's spawn this, maybe like a console. Yeah, so here's Binary Ninja, like sorry about that, actually spanned on both my... Yeah, I can press space now and it does switch into a linear view, so yeah. So that's that, the part which I was missing. I will also be using IDA, since I actually have fallen back last time to IDA, and I will be using IDA today as well. So one thing I'm happy about with moving to YouTube is that actually I'm streaming in 1080p, which means that there is no downscaling with actually the native resolution of my LCD. So you should be able to read the font even if it's small, if you're watching full screen on your full HD LCD, or if you have a larger monitor. I will try to make the fonts bigger wherever possible, though. So okay, I did mention create thread, right? So before that, let's rerun the CrackMe. There's actually like, if you remember, X, which is a copy of CrackMe, but it has a TLS callback routine patched out to, well, actually a portion of it which checked if there is a debugger in the system. Well, it will not detect a debugger, and I can actually hook a debugger there, which, and I'm actually not saying that it will not get detected later. As you can see, it at least tells my debugger, sends a message to my debugger. Yeah, but apart from that, it seems to kind of work. I also know from the recon that there are basically areas of codes which measure time between 2 points in the code, and if the time is like larger than a second or whatnot, then it is treated as a debugger being detected. And this is actually for breakpoints. If I set a breakpoint somewhere and I start interacting with a program in my debugger, then I will probably use more time than 1 second to actually do it, therefore I will get detected. But I'm not too worried about that right now. There are a couple of ways I could fix it if I became worried about it. I can, for example, patch out or hook the functions which are used to get the time from the system and make them return either a constant value or always, like, with each call actually return only a slightly larger value than previously in the previous call. So or I can just breakpoint on each call and return something by hand. So there are a lot of ways to deal with it. I can also patch out these portions, but again, I'm not really too worried about it. So let's see where this was called. Again, I'm going to start with, let me look maybe for create thread again. And I'm going to look for, yeah. And as you can see, it's called actually quite a lot of times. We are looking there on the P type here because R is just for read, right? So it's just reads the address, but we don't care. It's also in the exact same spots. So I care more about these calls. So in each of these calls, I need to know what's the start address of a thread, right? So what's the actual part of, what's the routine which is being run in a separate thread, and this is what I will have to analyze. So there's also like the code pointer here. The code pointer actually, like, it's a rather new invention. It's supposed to take a pointer and like an encoded one and then actually decode it. Yeah, there's like a sister function called encode pointer to it, obviously. And this is supposed to be a protection, you know, like a security one, not a anti-reverse engineering one. And by security one, I mean that if you are able to change a pointer in the memory due to a result of some buffer overflow or other memory corruption, then if it's encoded and you don't know the key, then that's not really that great, right? Because how can you really change it to something meaningful and useful for you if you cannot actually set it to any value which is not random? Yeah, so again, let's see what's happening here. So it's funny because the encode pointer is actually called here. So I'm going to switch to the compiled version because I also have the compilers with my IDA license, which is great. And let's see what this is called on. It's called on PTR, and PTR is actually set to something encoded right here, which is actually, it seems to be almost the same value, which is minus 100 here or plus 100 here. I'm wondering how much this 100 is really meaningful here, and how much is it like some artifact of whatnot is going on here. So yeah, it takes this, then it adds 64 to it, and then it puts it in the pointer, right, and then in the assembly view. So it's not an artifact, it's really there. This plus 100 is really there. So 64 hexadecimal is actually 100 in decimal, so it's easy to remember. And let's see here there's also actually a sub. So I'm wondering why is it really doing it? Especially that it encodes here and then decodes, I don't know, with this, well, I don't care about it because it's added here and removed here, so it doesn't seem to be meaningful at all. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this into, I don't know, Fred Apple. One thing I'm sometimes doing is I'm naming functions, which I don't know what they are doing, after different fruits or different colors. Colors are kind of dangerous if you're actually reverse engineering something related to graphics, because it might be misleading for you, but that's not true usually for fruit. So it's, you know, a little more meaningful than Fred 1, Fred 2. It's easier to remember for me, Fred Apple. But being said, I sometimes do call it Fred 1, Fred 2, or whatnot, because why not? Whatever works for you. So I'm going to go back here later. Now let's see where is this create thread. So this is the first invocation of it, right? Where are the other ones? Let's maybe go back here, jump here, and see. So Fred Apple actually does span another one, yeah, at the beginning of it, and it decodes a parameter which it takes, and it actually does +1 to the parameter, but this +1 is a pivot pointer, so like more +8 actually. So let's see what this thread is. What's the argument of this thread? Oh, by the way, there is no Kshaku. Kshaku is not here today, so I'm streaming without a moderator. So if you have any questions, you will have to write directly to me on YouTube chat. I'm Genveil EN, and on IRC, on our IRC channel, I'm just Genveil. So feel free to ask any questions at any time. Okay, let's go back wherever this was spawned. Is this main? It's main. Where is the call? Create thread here. Okay, so it actually passes this argument, right? Not bad. And where is it set? No, seriously, where is it set? I don't know, maybe it's already hard-coded? No, it's not. And it was +8, right? So, like, the address of this, but +8? So this is it. Am I looking at the wrong thing? Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I should be looking at this, right? But this is... no, I am looking at the correct thing. Anyway, not +8, +4. Obviously, I was thinking of in 64 bits for a second, but that's not obviously not the case. Okay, I actually have no idea what's it set to right now. I'm not sure I even care too much, because this looks like what it is set to actually. Where does it use these variables? Doesn't, and it's a stack variable, correct? Yes, it is. It is a stack variable. And here again, I give it a pointer, and I'm giving it this. A debugger might be handy here, but whatever. So I'm going to assume actually that these are the functions which are always called with create thread and are passed here. Yeah, let's do that. And let's see later if the assumption is actually correct. So let's call this plum. And this one thread pineapple. Pineapple will be lemon, maybe is better, because like pineapple and apple I might mix them. Orange sounds cool. I shouldn't mix it with lemon. Thread, then like watermelon or melon would be enough. Let's assume this is also it. How am I going to call it? I'm going to call it. I was going to say lychee, but I have absolutely no idea how to spell lychee in English. So it's going to be a banana, thread banana. Okay. And what I can do, I guess, is I can make breakpoints on call thread, create thread, and see in the debugger and see if these are really the functions which are called. So I guess the problematic thing here, no, it should be fine. Let's maybe break main. I have no symbol table, right? So I need to actually go to main and check what's its address. And I'm pretty sure GDB is not going to be too happy about me. Yeah, so that's the problem. I actually don't know where the binary is going to be placed in memory. So let's just break, and here I can info proc, was it mappings? Yeah. Oh, perfect. Not supported on this target, which means I cannot actually view what's here. Let's maybe launch a real debugger. Well, GDB is a great debugger, but let's maybe launch another one. What do I have here? I also have x64 debugger. I'm really sorry, but the font here is rather small. Let's see if I can open the target. Okay. It did also spawn a console, which is good. And can I make the font bigger? Was it? Yeah, there's appearance here. Oh, perfect for size. Let's maybe even make it a little bigger, like 16, so you should be able to see everything then. Yeah. Sweet. So, what are we going to do? Let's just run it. And yeah, there's a callback, I don't care about it. And there's an entry breakpoint, I don't care about it too much either. But let's, is it main? It's probably not main. No, it is main. It's before main, just the function before main. Now it did display some stuff, and now I can break it. I'm pretty sure there is no protection, like measuring the time between, like for entering a password. That's not how it works. You wouldn't measure time of how much did a person take to enter a password. So, okay, I need to move myself here. I'm going to move myself here, which is probably the only place right now on the screen which is not useful. And let's see the call stack. Is there a better way to see a call stack on the debugger? Yeah. Okay. Is this it? No. Let's check. Let's do a memory map. Let's see where are we. So the X is under this address. So this is like 6D000. And in IDA, if I go to IDA, I can actually do edit, segments, and rebase program, and enter the same address, so I will have the same addresses here and there. Okay, it was 6D and 4 zeros. 6D, 4 zeros, looks good. Okay, now I'm here, so I can just go to main. Okay, follow expression. Yeah, looks good, looks correct, right? Looks exactly like the place I should be. That being said, the question is how many threads are already spawned? Maybe I'm a little too late here to... Yeah, there are already a lot of threads have been spawned. That being said, I don't actually care too much because this is also here, right? I mean, the addresses. So let's go to the first address. It's probably the main address, but I mean... No, it's not. It's not going to be the main address, obviously. Copy whole line, table, no, I need EAP. Is the EAP entry? No, it's not entry. I need to copy entry. Okay, and this is thread apple. So yeah, so this is the first thread we know. We pretty much calculated that it will be it. So that's okay. Let's check the main thread. Main thread will be, well, just the main thread, so it should be like near the main function somewhere. And no, I did copy again the incorrect thing, sorry about that. It should be entry. Yeah, this is like the start, this is correct. Then, apart from that, there are really probably no other threads were already spawned. Let's see what happens in Apple. So Apple actually creates the thread and then displays the message, and the message is already displayed. So one of the threads should already be created, which is unfortunate. It might be like, I don't know, like one of these threads. But what is this? If we go to thread entry, this is actually NTDLL or something. And yeah, it probably still initializes the new thread and after that jumps to it. So it's pretty unfortunate that it doesn't display the real entry point of a thread. So what do? Let's just make a breakpoint on the create thread function. Not here. Yeah. Go to create thread and F2 to create a breakpoint. Then I'm going to restart it. Perfect. System breakpoint. Okay. And free TLS breakpoint and entry a breakpoint and then create thread. Okay, so this is probably the first create thread, which is being called. What parameters are being used here? This is the important part. So there are the parameters here. And this is it's the return address, and the third parameter is actually what I'm looking at, right? What I'm looking for, which is the start routine, and this should be the thread apples address. Yeah, it is the thread apples address, and this is then coded pointer to the structure or just the structure. Let's see. Let's follow it in the dump. No, it actually does exist. In memory, let's maybe... Okay. I'm going to change the view to... How much can you see? You don't see the ASCII, which is okay. No, not that. Yeah. Okay, and there are some addresses here. Whatever. So this is the first thread, but I'm interested more in the next threads, right? So I'm going to run it again. And it's a first chance exception access violation on something, which means we probably get detected as a debugger, which is probably unfortunate. Let's see if we can like just press really quickly run and just restart it. Okay, so boom, okay. Yeah, now if I pressed really quickly to continue, it didn't detect us or I didn't screw up something else. All in all, it did create we are in the next call to create thread, like the second one. Or are we? No, we are, right? Why is it creating... Okay, let's go to ESP. Yeah, so I thought that the ESP was actually incorrectly displayed here. And this is the over the second thing. Let's just copy it. How do I copy it? I have no idea. No, seriously, how do I copy it? Maybe I can just Control C. No. Do I really have to retype it? Okay, so 6D1BF0. And we are in thread plum. Let's see in main. Yeah, so as you can see, these are actually the thread. I'm pretty sure like the next one is going to be thread lemon. Let's see if I can actually jump to it right now. Yeah, I did. And here I need to type Control G and type ESP again. And here's the next one. So let's see if it's thread lemon and if what I'm saying is correct. Yeah, it is thread lemon. So it's just spawning the next threads. I did press F5 again. Oh, did I? Sorry, it's not F5, maybe in this. I don't know. Okay, too slow. And it did crash again. But I don't mind. I don't care at this point. I did check what I wanted to check, as in I did confirm that these are actually the threads which are being spawned, which means I can actually focus on analyzing these functions, starting with thread apple and then going to thread plum, thread lemon, and so on and so on. Let's start with thread apple and jump into C++ listing. Normally you would have to, like, if you don't have a full IDA license, you probably would need to analyze the assembly version, which I'm not going to do on the stream because it might take some more time than I would like it to take. Cool. So, okay, it does initialize some magic values. Can I change them actually to hexadecimal? That would be a little more useful. Now, one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look for this in Google, because this might be like, I don't know, CRC32 for all I know. It's probably not, but still worth looking for it. This is probably not what I expected. No. Not really. No, it doesn't seem so. These don't seem to be like any constants, which might make some more sense. So these are just constants. I'm going to ignore them for now. Then there's some math. What is this math doing? Like, give or take. It's in a loop. Everything is run in a loop, and then there is v3. And v3 is probably a counter of some kind. It's set to 0 initially, and it's probably incremented somewhere here. Yeah, it is incremented here, so that's just a counter. I'm going to name it I. Yeah, and it's checking if it's smaller than 21, which means that this is probably the size of what we need to enter, which is 33. Probably, again. Then, what's the data it's working on? I'm pretty sure it's working on, like, but v2 is... this is funny, actually, why v2 is equal. Oh, it takes the address of it. Okay, never mind then. Takes the address of it, but it also is working probably on data, which it gets here using gets, which is pb data. And pb data is referenced nowhere in the loop. Why is it not referenced anywhere in the loop? Where's pb data in memory anyway? It's in the data section. Okay. So there's some stuff going on here, but it doesn't... What variables are used here? So there is v4, v4 is generated here, then there is v5, v6, these are all here. Is this like, I don't know, some kind of a red herring or like a smoke screen? It doesn't seem to be using the data acquired here at all. Which would be exactly what I would do if I would create a CrackMe, I guess. So this might be incorrect as well. I mean, yeah, it's not what we think, which we would like to know. In the end, it does use this this array for something. So this array might be important. And let's look at the layout in memory, actually. If we jump here, then there's like 28, 24, and so on. This is actually an array, right? And this should be considered as an array. So if we look here, these are probably, yeah, just registers. These are not real variables, as in no local variables on the stack, so we can ignore them. Therefore, which ones of these we cannot ignore? It's probably be easier if I would look in this view. Yeah, Okay, so there's, yeah, this view is like way better actually, right? So var28, like an address of var28 is somewhat used. Apart from that, yeah, it's used here again, and it puts AL into var28. What's AL? So var28, is it the counter? No, EDI is the counter, right? Can I hover here? Yeah, it's EDI. It seems to modify the table in some way. Maybe it does some decoding. Yeah, that one might be it. This might be actually like let's see at the addresses. Yeah, this might be some kind of decoding, like this might be encoded and this does the decoding and it calls this function for some reason with some data. And as you can see, it actually is past the data which the user entered and this array as well. So we might want to, at this point, take a break, as in make a breakpoint on that address and see what happens. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to set a breakpoint, and then in my breakpoints I'm actually going to disable the one I had on create thread. And I'm going to restart it. And system breakpoint reached. Okay, something created. I'm going to put anything here, and there's a breakpoint already. It's hit, as you can see here. And what I was going after is the third parameter, right? So, sorry, is it exactly the address I was looking for? No, it's not the address I was looking for. What is it? Why is there a breakpoint on it? No, it is the address, sorry. I'm looking in the wrong spot. Yeah, okay. I actually thought it would show me the address, but it doesn't seem so. There's a third parameter here, but again I need to jump to ESP here, and you should see this just above my head. So this is the return, then there's like an ECX and EDX, there's passed something, and this should be passed on the stack. It seems it is passed on the stack. Let's jump to assembly view of this. And it's passed on the stack. So let's go here again. And this is actually the address, so I'm going to follow it in the dump. And I'm going to show it as ASCII. And yeah, it seems to be some... Well, first of all, it's only ASCII. That's already telling that it might be important. Because, well, it's not gibberish, right? It's not trash. So this might be important. I'm going to copy it. It's actually like a joke about people in the university in Poland, that if you don't know what something is, you should probably make a copy of it just in case. So this is exactly what I'm going to do. Data copy. No, I don't want to do this style. This is actually pretty cool. And this debugger, I want a string. Perfect. And now I need... Do I have a notepad created for me? No, I don't think I made any notepad here. So I'm going to create a node.txt here and put this and see what happens with it. It's probably going to be used as the key in the crypto we sell later on. So what am I going to do? I'm going to probably enter a parameter here. Sorry, a comment here. Can I enter a comment here? No, I cannot. Can I enter a comment here? Yes. A3 is pointing at, but yeah, okay, let's leave it. Just to have it noted somewhere around. Okay, what does it do later? It acquires a cryptographic context. This is like basically Crypto API 101. On Windows, this is hash type. It should be like an enum somewhere, yeah, calc MD5. So it's MD5. I don't fully get it. Is it really MD5 or did I just mess something up? Let me maybe look just to be sure. Let's look in MSDN again. if in doubt, check the documentation, it might save you some time. Hacking is very naughty. It's not naughty. It's an art. Anyway, it's the second parameter, right? Yeah, correct. Second parameter, so it's alk ID. And if we click on it, then it shows some values. And this is 8003. 8003. Yeah, it's MD5. So it hashes. What does it hash? Hash data. It hashes. There's v4, which is pointer to the data that the user entered, and v3, which is length, which is obvious. Then it releases the cryptographic context and it destroys the hash. What's v10? Okay, get hash param. What's get hash param? Is it actually the way you use it? In all honesty, I did use this API quite a long time ago. Pretty sure if you would go to like download VirusTotal Uploader, then there is like a proof that I actually did use the API there. No, this I should close. This I should close. I don't know, I don't think I pressed Ctrl C here. I wanted the other function. Cool. So what do you do? Retrieves data that governs no, go away. That governs the operation of a hash object. The actual hash value can be retrieved using this function. Okay, so it retrieves the hash data. Does it actually encode it in hex? I don't think it does, right? Okay, then what's the second param for is the param, which is sorry, what are the values of these? Can I quickly find a value of this? Yeah, Google to the rescue. Hash value. Okay, well that makes sense. So I'm pretty sure it does get the hash value, and it puts it in a buffer which is length of 16. Well, MD5 again, and yeah, this is set to 16. Okay, so yeah, it's just getting the binary version of MD5, which is okay. Then what happens then? This is the result length, and if it worked, then it actually does hex encoding here. Does it, are there any tricks here, or does it just go? No, it seems to just go normally, like byte by byte. And then it compares. Okay, so one thing I should have done like 5 minutes ago was actually put it in Google. Because Google is it's fake, okay. I wonder if it's really fake. Well, we'll see about it. In the end, and it returns then if it's what does it do? Oh, it returns -1 or +1. Okay, which I guess is good. I wonder if it's really fake. You know, you cannot take everything at like the name value, like yeah, face value. That was what I was looking for. And if it's 1, then it actually says the event. Why should it be 1? I did not want to click that. I wanted to click something else. So one thing I did learn from Recon is that I probably want to set all the events that I can. Probably again. Okay, so this is puzzling. So, okay, so I do compare it, right? I compare the destination buffer with A3, and A3 is this, like the hash. And yeah, this is capital, so I was going to like see if this is like maybe small x, and then it would compare, you know, case sensitive, which one version has small letters only and the other has big letters, capital letters, and that would be fun to catch. But it's not using that trick, and then it compares it, and this returns actually 0 if it's equal. So if it returns 0, then it returns 1, and okay, that's perfect. So these have to be equal for the event to be set. So I'm going to stick with this fake and assume that I do need to enter fake there. If that's not the case, I'm going to figure what to do with it later, okay? Now, what's next? So if anything was entered, then set this. Then there is this trick again with query performance counter, which is anti-debugging probably, and the thread returns. That being said, the thread already spanned the other thread, and the other thread might be doing something else as well. So let's just go to the other thread. That being said, I would like to have a nice banana. No, we want to go back to main. And let's go with Plum first and see what Plum does. So Plum starts again with this trick, and then it has some name. Name is, what's the name? I probably don't believe this. This is probably way larger, and this is actually filling the name, right? So the name is placed on stack on EBP minus 40, and this is 40. Yeah, so this is just initializing some array on the stack. This is pretty funny. Like you can see that there's like A8 everywhere here, right? And then there I shouldn't have done it. And then there's something. So my guess is that it's going to be XORed with a key which has A8 at the beginning, and then whatever. Oh yeah, here it is. It doesn't have A8 though. Why doesn't it have A8? Maybe I'm mixing something up. Oh, because there's a rotation. This is actually like, you know, binary rotation. Can we look at this in assembly? Would it be easier to read? No, it wouldn't be. Okay, but it does something, right? And then it checks an environment variable of this given name, and it loads it into the buffer. And then it loads it as you can see a white char, right? And then we have some more stuff here. Okay, and this is actually like ASCII printable, right? Actually white char printable. I'm going to do R MA6D space 4. Okay, I don't know the order of it, but that doesn't matter at this point. And the sets event, and then there's this trick again. So okay, so let's see what this actually gives us. I'm going to just copy it. Yeah, I'm going to copy it. I'm going to create asdf.c, and yeah. And I'm going to compile this and run it, because why would I calculate it by hand? I could probably do a breakpoint there as well, but I guess one of the reasons I'm streaming is I want to show you different methods of doing stuff as well. So beginning to this, change it to nothing actually, and change the semicolon at the end to a comma. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, so there's an array. Oh, that's obviously, I did say I'm going to use C, so we should do this. Okay, and then it does something, but so it's called name. Okay, let's call it name. I don't mind. And according to it, the name is okay, so this should be actually small. So let's call it X again, and let's do something like this. Unsigned short and a pointer. This is not technically legal C or C++, which I'm doing now, but nobody is watching, so I can do this. And then this is going to happen, and v2 is going to equal 1 at the beginning. And I'm going to just assume that it worked. I'm going to do... I should use like the Unicode version of paths. What's the Unicode version of paths? I actually do have like a nice list. I wanted to look it up at Google just to show you how to find it, but it's not going to happen. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, this is probably what I should be aiming for, like badges. Press Y on the variable to change its type. Yeah, I know that, but I don't mind at this point, as I said. So I might do it later on when I'll get to that. That being said, what's the Unicode version of paths? It's this. So am I going to use C for it, so I can just do like this. And not Y, obviously this should be name and this should be X. Okay. And this should work, give or take. Let's see if it compiles. Where's my console? Here it is. Okay, processor architecture. So the variable name should be called processor architecture, which is cool. And then what's the order of these on the stack anyway? So it starts with this one, right? So let's just copy it. Okay, let's do it. No, wait, I cannot do it like this. Can it actually show me Unicode, UTF-16? No, it cannot. So whatever. AMD64. Yeah, like AMD64. This is what it should be equal. So this is like the second part of the puzzle. Let's go to the next thread. Yeah, I'm going to laugh really hard like in the end if we like get everything and it turns out it's still not working, right? And we'll have to debug it. That won't be funny at all, but yeah. We'll do it anyway. This is the third thread. It's called Lemon. Well, I called it Lemon, and this is what I discussed last time, which is the alternative data streams. And you can actually see what's happening here. It gets the module handle and gets the module file name. So get module handle with 0 actually returns the handle for the main executable, and then it gets the main executable's file name, and then it tries to open the main executable's file name. So in my case, it's exe, whatever you call it, and then it opens the Z3S alternative data stream. And I guess it's for reading. I'm not really even going to check it. Then this is like anti-debugging again. I'm going to ignore it. Then it checks the file size, like gets the file size, and if the file size is less than 80, and it attempts to read from the file, and it reads how many data does it read? This is set to 0, v12. Okay, but v12. So it reads the whole file into this array, right? And then it closes it, it copies it to some string, it does reverse. This is like just reversing, from backward. And it checks if it's this, which is, yeah, I'm going to just reverse it. If so, it sets it so to, oh, okay, so I guess that's the date, right? And then we need to remember about the end of line. So I guess I can just add it with Notepad or whatnot. I will try it later on. Okay, so this is like 3 pieces right now. Then orange. What does thread orange do? Oh, it opens the clipboard. We did see that during recon last time as well. It gets the clipboard data as or actually like you can like specify a data type. I'm pretty sure it's text or something. Yeah, CF text. CF stands for like clipboard format, yeah, and it's text. So it gets text, and the text should be equal to this, or should it? Is the boom boom lip lock song? Do I really want to check it on YouTube? Okay, I guess I want to, but okay. So I'm going to just copy it, and assume that it's it, that there is nothing else here. It just copies something to the destination. What does it copy to the destination? What's the destination here? I don't know. I might or might not want to look at this later, depending on what is it. Okay, and then we have thread watermelon and thread banana, but it seems I'm streaming already like 50 minutes, so I'm going to take a short break, and I'll see you in 5 minutes, and we'll continue with reverse engineering these two threads and then putting it all together and seeing if this is actually the solution to the crack me. So 5 minutes, and in 5 minutes I see you back. That will be around 8 p.m. I guess, maybe a little earlier. So I'm going to leave you with this and some music. Here's the music. Okay, so it seems I'm back. It's just this, and this. This. Okay, I still need to disable the music though. Perfect. So what's the state of things? The state of things, I have reverse engineered four of 6, what I believe to be the proper the proper functions which actually verify if a given password is correct. Password, well, different things, right? Because we have the clipboard, we have alternative data streams. This might be a smokescreen as well, right? But I won't know until I finish it, so I'm not too worried about it. So let's see what's this. This is get version, and it checks if the version is 6 and minor version is... Okay, so this is actually funny because I don't think I have a way to set this to anything meaningful. I'll probably just have to spoof it. Because, you know, on the Windows I'm currently at, it's... Well, it's not this. It's not 6.0. So there's one thing I'm thinking about, because I'm currently going after setting all the events to be true, right? To be set actually, but that might not be the case in the end. In the end, it might be that you want to set only like, not only, but like a selected group of them. I guess we'll get into the bottom of this at some point. So yeah, so if I type there for version, I do have Windows 10.0. 6.0 was what? Vista? XP maybe? I don't remember in all honesty. Let's go back to main and to the list of threads. Oh, try compatibility mode. Honorary bot says. That's actually a really good idea. I like how you're thinking as well, Joe goes. Okay, and then this is... It sets the control routine, and that's it. Let's see what does the handler do. Well, the handler just checks if the... I probably mentioned the thing which checks on the console whether you press Control C or Control Break. Now it's supposed... Well, I do need to look up what's the parameter actually, because I don't know out of the top of my head. I just know such a thing exists. And there's a routine, and the routine gets event type. So we want Control C, correct? Because otherwise it returns it wants Control C to set the event. So let's also note this. Okay, so we probably have everything. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually like put this in this, because well, I do have to do it. Let's see if Notepad. Yeah, Notepad should be able to actually open it if it has .txt extension. Otherwise, Notepad would just add it. But it's like a known hack. Let's go like this. And z3 as .txt. Yes, I want to create it, and I want to put this here, and I want to press enter, and I want to save it, and let's see if it actually works. If yeah, so it seems to work. Do I have hexdump here? No, I don't have hexdump, but I do have hexdump on my Linux console, obviously. I'm currently wondering if I can actually access the alternative data stream here. Let's see. No, I cannot. It seems that file sharing cannot do it, but I can do this. And this is an obvious file name which I can just copy. So, and yeah, it's correct. -C is more. You could see better probably. XSD. Do I have XSD? No, I also don't have XSD. I usually go for like my Linux console for it. Sweet. So it's correct, right? /r/n is where it should be. Yeah. So this is good. Now I'll copy this to the clipboard later. I'm going to set the compatibility mode first. So this is my property window, but I'm going to check one more thing. Is it really Vista? Okay, 6. Oh yeah, it's Vista. So I was remembering this correctly. Let's see, compatibility mode, run in compatibility mode. Vista, doesn't matter which service pack. So I'm going just to apply it. So this is the second thing. It might work. Now this is easy. I actually should have copied everything. Yeah. Okay, and then I need to enter fake, and I need to press Ctrl+C, and I need to copy this to the clipboard. So I'm copying Ctrl+C, and let's run it. Fake, and Ctrl+C, and it doesn't work. Maybe I should have pressed Ctrl+C before that. Let's try. Ctrl+C. No. This is, I think, the part. Oh, actually, I might know what's going on. Since I'm using not really the console, like the real Windows console, it might be screwing this up. So this is the true Windows console. Let's run it. If I press Ctrl+C now, why is it not scrolling the window? This is annoying. Okay. Fake, and now Ctrl+C. No, it still doesn't work. Or Ctrl+C. That doesn't work either. The problem on Windows is that Ctrl+C doesn't work. No, really. It copies stuff, which means, but I have quick edit, enable shortcuts. Okay, let's do this. But it seems to... Oh, maybe that doesn't matter. So I'm putting this okay. Do I have this copied correctly? This is, I think, the moment where I should start debugging it. So let's go one by one through each thread. Though I'm still not sure if I'm actually doing the right thing. So let's go at the end of this and see what happens with all the events, right? Because it does like create all the events, and then it does, well, all 6 of them. And I have 6 threads. Okay, and see what happens with it. So when this is called, it waits for single for one event, for probably like all the other events, and it sets some stuff. I guess what I'm most worried about is that get version part. But yeah, stay focused and continue this. Not a sprint. It's probably fake though. Oh, okay. Yeah, so this is probably fake. Is there anything going on with it? Seems to be an error. So if this is equal to whatever's in destination. So if this is equal to this, then what happens? Ascend is the same hash, obviously. It enters here. What's this? I don't know. Oh, there's some pointer here, probably. So I guess I don't have yet the full correct me, I have part of it, so I need to finish reverse engineering. Come on, Ida, why are you doing this? Main. Sometimes really confused on how Ida navigates stuff, because this is not really what I wanted to do, right? But it's still, like, I wanted to go to main and it doesn't. And I'm pretty sure I did create the symbol. Or I named it underscore main. That's my mistake. Okay, so something is going on here again. And yeah, so this is the format. It's probably decrypting it again, like storing the stuff. And once it finishes, it what does it do with it? It's called format, so it's probably used somewhere else, like for vprint. Otherwise, it shows a tip. Okay, so if we get to the tip, then that's already too late. It's like we know that the password was probably not correct. That being said, I'm going to decode this. Maybe this is like showing, okay, you did a good job. Well done. Are these like consecutive addresses on the stack? Can I just decrypt them by copying it? Yeah, probably. Yeah. I have missed a small tiny detail. Yeah, I'll get to it at the end. This was reverse engineering for you. 2 to 14. And I want to remove everything up to this. Oh, come on. Oh, there's no space afterwards. My bad. Yeah. Oh, this is not... What's this? Oh, it's like the end. The last thing. So I'm going to put it like at the end. What does it do? Is it like white char again? So the format is, yes, it's white char. So I'm going to have to use this again. 0, do I need to add a 0? No, I don't know. Probably no. Yeah, whatever. Like stuff which is in memory doesn't really concern me too much. So you can do this, and this is probably should be initialized to 0 anyway. And is there anything I need to change? I probably should fix this. I probably should fix this. I'm not going to fix the formatting because that doesn't matter at all at this point. Okay. And there's still some bug. Yeah, I like the usual stuff. Missing semicolon and 44th. There is one more short I did miss. My bad. And it doesn't work. Why not? So this is put to 38, 34. Okay, so the order is correct. Probably starts with something, and this is 0. Maybe it's just all zeros. That would be funny. I can actually do this. I missing something? Should be straightforward decryption, right? Why doesn't it work? What's format, by the way? Maybe I... oh, okay, so it uses like... yeah, again, my bad. Let's code XX, and I need to do the same trick which I did in the beginning. Merges. Okay, and this probably should work. Yeah, yeah, which is, this is in Polish, correct flag, and something. Click on hex value and press R button. Why would I do that? This is encrypted, obviously. So, yeah. We need to decrypt it, and it's decrypted, so that's good. And so we know that this basically displays a message which says this is a correct flag. So we really want to get here, and to get here we need to make sure that the this like an MD5 of this, because this calculates MD5, right? I could actually probably name it like calculate MD5 and compare. Yeah, or maybe verify MD5. Yeah. So this gets us this MD5. Now the question is, what's put here? So what's this like part of? Part of I don't know, solution. Yeah, let's go like this, and this is obviously not printf, right? This is sprintf. So it goes, everything goes to the destination, which is created by this. It might be actually ws printf. Yeah, so this should be better. Now where is the part of solution coming from, and what is this function? Okay, so in how many places is part of solution actually referenced? It's referenced almost everywhere, which is, I don't know, not ideal. But it's written actually only here. Okay, where am I? Oh, I'm in the function which... No, really, seriously, where am I? It's called here, so this is like this... More verification. So okay, and part of solution is set to the major version of Windows plus this. Sorry, like the word is set to it, and I guess the FA visible. Sorry about that. This is like, okay, so this is supposed to be the string, but it's not really a string here, is it? I do like wchar. wchrt. Yeah, I can do wchrt, which is good, but there's actually a couple of characters, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So let's do it like this. I hope it is 11. And I can probably make an array out of this. Array of size 11 as well. Yeah, directly convert to array. This should be a little better because I need to type it. Yeah. Okay, because now I can see how this is formed. And so I guess like so the minor version was supposed to be 0. Oh, okay. So it seems like this, that each thread, if whatever it checks matches up, then it, well, signals the event, right? And or this waits for 1 second. So it's either signals the event, or after 1 second we get like, no, this thread did not verify it. But if it did, then it actually well, it sets parts of a solution which is used to calculate the final MD5. So, sorry, I actually have no idea what it returns. I'm a little worried here that it actually doesn't like does the opposite, right? It assumes that no, you should not verify in the thread. So when do you return 0? Because 0 must be returned here for it to actually make sense, and you return 0 return value 0. Oh, the state of a specific object is signaled. No, so okay, so the given events need to be set. Okay, so everything including Control C. Or is it true? Yeah, I guess it is. Anyway, Ida went again somewhere where I didn't want it to go. Yeah, whatever. So, what are these bytes? Or where is this coming from? So this is coming from ADS content, which is in a couple of threads. Does it really use this? Oh, okay, I know. It's used everywhere around in the due to the check, the query performance counter check. There's one more thing actually. I probably should have tested the solution on the real crackme file, not on the modified one. I'm going to retest it just to be sure. So first thing I need to do is I need to again create the ADS. Because assuming that I have everything correct here, right? And then this is one thing which I did not do correctly. And my original file is like called just like this. So I want to create a new file and I'm going to copy this, enter, save, and let's try on the original. One more thing. In the environment, okay, that didn't work well. It's AMD processor. Do I have a typo? No, I probably don't have a typo, right? No, I don't have a typo. It was like automatically decrypted. Well, in any case, I have AMD64 set in both, and I need to copy this, and I don't have the compatibility mode set again. So again, I'm setting the compatibility mode to Vista, and I really should check if this is returning what I did do want it to return. Okay. Okay, so it's the question is, when do I have to press the Control C, and do I really have to press it, or am I missing something? And sorry, do I have the right thing? Yeah, I do have the right thing in memory. So this is actually the only confusing part for me, like the Control C part. Everything else I'm somewhat sure I do have correct. Let's go back to main. And I'm going to make a breakpoint at this location to see what, sorry, not at this location to see what I actually do have correct and what I don't have correct. So yeah, maybe here. Let's break at this. Again, I'm going to disable the already enabled breakpoint, and I'm going to jump. To this address. And place a breakpoint here, and I'm going to run it. I'm going to obviously not run it, I'm going to restart it. Then I'm going to run it. Why is it paused? Okay, and now which of the parameters it is? Okay, so ESP is pointing to that. Then so DST, but oh, it's in the register, right? Yeah, in ECX. So okay, let's go ECX, and it says I should actually show this as Unicode, right? So hex Unicode. And it, no, I need to make a breakpoint a couple of instructions earlier when this is happening actually, or after this was, no, when this is happening. So I should move my breakpoint here. So I'm going to disable this one, and I'm going to make one a couple of instructions earlier, which is here, and this should give me what I'm looking at, basically, what I'm looking for. So again, restart. Okay, run. Okay, and I'm tapping fake. And now, okay. I want to follow it in dump. And let's see what's correct and what's not correct. So this is actually a debugger. I'm running it under a debugger, so I'm pretty sure the environment value is not correct. I'm pretty sure whatever I have in... actually, probably nothing except for fake is correct. But it did put some, like something it did put here, right? So let's see where did these come from and what indexes are these at all. So it's not 0. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, where's my notepad? 7, 8, 9, 10, and then there's like 11 is empty and 12. I'm going to go to IDA again to the place, to a function which does the more verification. And let's see here, actually there is no 12 at all, so let's remove the 12. Now we know that 7 and 8 and 9 are set. So 7 is set due to this thing. So 7 is actually like a different group, right? And 8, 9, 10 is set here like also a different group. So I'm going to call it event 7, and I'm going to call this event 8, 9, 10. And let's see where this event is set. It's in Watermelon. And Watermelon was Windows. Okay, so this seems to work. So this works. Okay. It does set the event, right? And where is this? Which verifier is responsible for setting this event, and is this one? So this works okay. Now, I'm going to check one by one, so I'm going to start with the clipboard. I did copy this to the clipboard, now I'm going to restart it. Okay, fake. So, but fake didn't work, by the way, right? So this is quite interesting. I do have an idea what that might be about, but I don't remember if gets actually includes the end of line or if it doesn't. Well, I'll get to it in a second. Again, follow and dump, and okay, lock. So this is not 0, this is not 1, this is 2, 3, 4. So 2, 3, 4 seems to... Yeah, so this is 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is... Okay, now what is it? What is it I'm looking at? So again, let's go back here. 2, 3, 4, 5, this is it. So this is event 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to take a look here. It's thread orange. Sorry, I'm actually misclicked. Thread orange, and thread orange is this. So clipboard is okay as well. No, I'm not going to modify this line. So this works okay as well. Now, I do not have this set, so next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set this. How do I set it in this debugger? I have absolutely no idea. Let's see, maybe in preferences, and I know mix I can just run it with... No, seriously, how do I set the environment variable? Let's do open. I can only put the executable file name there. Do I really have to add it to my, like... How to add an environment variable? It's probably not it. For the buggy, for... Okay. I'm not sure I'm actually looking this up correctly. Well then, so let's do it a different way. I'm actually going to, like, say, well, exit the debugger, right? And now I'm going to launch it under my console, which I'm pretty sure has the proper environment set right now. Now, where is this debugger placed in? Okay. And again, let's see if I have everything set correctly here. Now, this is not again what I wanted to show. I wanted to show pro. Yeah, okay. And I'm going to run this. Right, I just disabled the whatever. Yeah. Okay, and now it should have, like, the child will inherit its parents' environment variables, so that should be fine as well. It should work as well, so I need to reopen it. Are my breakpoints still here? Yes, they are still here. This is good. So I'm going to run it. And okay, and this appeared to do it as well. I'm going to put fake here, and it did a breakpoint, and I'm going to follow it in dump. And I didn't have a proper thing in. So okay, there are two things, right? First, I didn't have a proper thing in clipboard, so this is why part of it disappeared actually. Now the second problem is that where's the I should have an environment variable set right now. So where is the additional letters appear? Why didn't they appear? Which letters are... Sorry, which event is actually responsible for that? Is it it? No, I'm sorry, I did misclick again. Yeah, so this is it actually, right? So this one, and it's 6. No, it's not 6. It's here. Okay. What's... Oh, okay. Now I get it. I don't know what this word is. What is this word? But again, this is event 6, and it did not fire for some reason, which I'm not really happy about. I have absolutely no idea what this is, nor do I care at all. Or maybe it did, and maybe I just missed it. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it didn't. It's zeros. Maybe it could be a dot, and that's why I would miss it. So this is interesting. One thing I can do is I actually should run Process Explorer, and I need to check if the environment variable is actually where it should be. So where's the Process Explorer? It's here. Okay. And it is run, and it's called X. Yeah, here it is. Environment, and this is I wonder how many secret things I have here. Probably none. Okay, so this is it. Processor architecture is 64. Yeah, it is with a typo, right? It's just one S here. So this seems to be correct in my opinion, but it's not correct obviously, so we need to do debugging, and let's do just that. So let's go to was it watermelon? No, it was plum. Let's go to plum. Let's see again what's going on here, but I'm going to just do a break. I'm going to do a break maybe on this instruction. So I want to go here, and I'm placing a break. I'm restarting the application, and I'm pressing continue, and I'm entering fake again. And did it break? Did it break? It did break exactly where I wanted it to break, so now I'm skipping over it. No, or am I skipping? I'm not skipping yet over it. So yeah, it's processor architecture. It's just as we decoded, so this is correct. Can you see it? No, you cannot see it. You can see it in my face. So let me move it here. Yeah, it says here, this is correct. Then, where is it writing to? It's writing to the second argument. So here I'm going to follow it in dump. It's just zeros currently, so I'm going to skip over this function. And it's AMD64. So this part is correct, which means I might have screwed something up, like the order of it. It might not be AMD64, for example. So let's see what happens next. Okay. Then it does... What it does, it puts stuff on the stack, right? Yeah, it put AMD64 on the stack. And then it... Where's the call? Is it like inlined? Yeah, it's inlined. Okay, so it does the comparison of whatever is in AAX and whatever is now on the stack, which is ACX, right? So what's ACX pointing to? I'm going to follow it in dump. Okay, and I'm going to follow AAX in dump. Okay, so there is one change, I think, there. Here, it's a space. Crap. Very funny, a space. I missed the white space. Right, so I'm going to copy this to the clipboard again. I'm going to just try to restart it. So yeah, there's a space here. How do I set actually an environment variable with a space? Let's see if it works, if it doesn't like truncate it or something. I'm pretty sure I can do it with a C application. You know what? Maybe just leave it. Okay, I did put a space there, and so I'm going to redirect this to like some witly named file, and I'm going to take a look into this file in a hex editor, and there's a space here as well. So this seems to actually work. And yeah, I think I can run the crack me again. Do I have this in memory? No, I don't have it in memory, so yeah. Perfect. This is almost like the executable I wanted to run, so yeah. Okay, so it's fake. And not yet. I'm still puzzled what do I have to do with the Control-C thing. Do I have to put like... Oh, okay. I don't have to enter fake actually. I just have to press Control-C and it works. It seems the fake is not really required and it's the correct flag. It did say that it's a correct flag, and there's a nice advertisement of the protector, which is obviously not used in this crack me, but it is developed by the same author, by Bartosz. Cool. So I guess this is the end of the crack me actually. We did get there in the end after, what was it, like half an hour lost on looking for a space. This is probably not the most silly thing I've been looking in like spending half an hour to look for during a CTF or solving a crack me, but it's pretty nice trolling. So well done, Bart, well done. It was a fun crack me in the end to solve. So to sum up actually what happened today, we did debug through 6 threads. One of them turned out to be not really used anywhere, which we in the end would get to recognize that it's not really used anywhere because we, and by we I don't mean me, I began to analyze this function, right? Sorry, is this the correct function which I wanted to show you? No, it's not. Let's go here and more verification, yeah. Of this function. In the end, we would just notice that one of the events is either not used or is not used in any way which is relevant at all to the crack me. So yeah, 6 threads. They were not checking for what you entered on the standard input. They were checking for the environment variable with a space at the end. Then they were checking for the NTFS alternative data stream, which had to contain this. I was worried there would be trolling actually in this part, but the N and R would be switched like the other way around, and I would not notice it. But thankfully that was not it. This actually was supposed to go to the clipboard, and this surprised me. I thought that was trolling, and it wasn't. So yeah, what do you know? Thank you for hinting me. Again, honorary bot for hinting about the compatibility mode. It's probably the easiest way to solve this problem, like the Windows version. So thanks, thumbs up. And then Ctrl-C, you did have to press Ctrl-C in the end. So that was the solution to this crack me. And I did get asked, after the last stream, how do I rate this crack me in, CTF hardness level on the range from basically 50 being super easy or trivial to 500 being non-trivial and non-easy and taking a lot of time. I think it's like around 300, maybe 200. There's this nice catch with the space, I like it. But that being said, there isn't too much obfuscation, but there are 6 threads which we have to analyze. So something between 200 and 300 in CTF scale, basically. So it wasn't super hardcore where you, I don't know, like on one of the CTFs, which there was a task which Redforge solved, where you just got a binary file with opcode for an QSTOM architecture, and you basically just got that. And there was a service running exactly this binary on some server, but you didn't have an interpreter, like an emulator for this architecture. You couldn't interact with the registers, you didn't have a disassembler, you didn't have the documentation for this, and this was worth, this would be worth on a decent CTF like 600, maybe 500 points, and it was actually solvable in the end by being super hardcore as Redford was. So this crack me wasn't that crazy. It wasn't also anything that, like a 50 point or 100 point task, which usually these are like you enter. So 50 point tasks are basically you grab for the flag. You run strings on it and you grab for the flag and that's it. You're solved, you're done. Now 100 points worth of crack me is like usually super easy. You just there's one function which checks the password, and there's some easy crypt over, and you decrypt it, and that's it. So here it was more complicated than that, therefore like 200, 300, something around that, I would say. So in the end, great crack me. Thanks, Bart, for letting me know about it and for allowing me to actually solve it on stream. Right, so one more thing which I should probably say, which Bart also is saying on the chat as I see. If you go to, well, for example, actually my book isn't the best place because the link here isn't working. If you're Polish and if you can read Polish, you can go to the trusted third-party site. This is what it says here in Polish. And there is, if you scroll down to this crack me, there's actually a solution to this crack me. It's written here. You can download probably the source code somewhere here. Oh, I know, you can open the source code if you have the flag, probably, or part of the flag. And then there is the solution on how to solve it, how to actually create a crack me like this. Not how to solve it, how to create a crack me like this. This is actually the first time I'm looking at it. I wonder if the space thing here is like AMD64, if the space thing here is mentioned. Yeah, there is like, there's a space at the end. This is what this says. That's nasty, seriously. Okay. I'm going to translate this part for you as well. Okay, anyone who checks the environment variables, for example, using the set command, he will notice the processor architecture. This one. He will notice this one. The question is, will he notice the typo? I did notice the typo. And the space at the end, which I did not. Okay. Yeah, so nice drawing, well done, and actually it wasn't by accident, it seems. So that's it for today, and next time I'm going to show at least one task which will be file format Stegano. It's actually like a set of levels for BMP format. It's only BMP format, like 7 challenges in BMP formats, which the task I created for Confidence. Apart from that, there's a Polish stream this Sunday, and apart from that, I will be looking for another crack me to solve or something else to solve during the stream, because the Stegano one will probably go really fast. So that's it. If you have any remarks or questions or whatnot, let me know, and I will try to answer them or try to, take your feedback into consideration. That's it. So, okay, thank you, and have a great rest of the evening. And, one more thing, the next stream will be probably in 2 or 3 weeks, because I'm flying to Black Hat and DEF CON for the CTF, so I want to be here to do the stream. So when I'm back, then I will make the next stream, so thank you, and see you. I'm going to leave you with some music.